Good morning, children. So, today we are here revising chapter number 13, which we had already done in our last recap module, but that was from the book, and now we are just revising it through some of the points which are very important for your examination. So, when you are going through this recap module, you just write all these points in your notebooks. So today, first of all, we are going to see what are the different sources of energy. So we had read about the two sources, that is the main sources of energy, as well as one which is known as alternate sources of energy. So there are three differences which are going to make all the things clear in your mind. So first of all, when we see the sources of energy, they can be defined as all the sources of energy that helps to run various machines. Okay, we need energy in different forms, in the form of fuels like diesel, petrol, solar energy, hydroelectricity. So these are different sources of energy which are enabling different machines for us to run and work. While when I talk about alternative sources of energy, these are also used to run machines, but they are a little bit of different type. Now, see the next point. The sources of energy contains both renewable, that is recyclable, and non-renewable resources. Okay? So these are the sources which are renewable and non-renewable in nature, both. They come in the sources of energy. Like for example, we have coal and petroleum, and we are having solar energy as well as hydropower as well. But when we talk about alternative sources, especially, these are some of the renewable sources particularly. Here, when we talk about alternate sources, they are only the sources which can be recycled, which can be renewed. Okay, now the sources of energy, many of its types like coal and petroleum are in limited quantity on the earth. So many sources of energy are limited in quantity on the earth. They can last for about 100 to 150 years only. But when I talk about alternate sources of energy, they are in abundant quantity. They are in an endless quantity on earth, and they are not going to end after 100, 150 or 200 years. For example, we have solar energy, which is always there. We have wind, which can be used as wind energy for running machines. We have hydro power, that is water, the energy which is derived by flowing water, and it can also be used always because it is not ending. It is there on the earth in very good amount, and it can be recycled, reused, and it can never end with time. Okay, so these are the resources which will never end. While when we talk about sources of energy, there are some of the types in sources of energy which can end, like coal, petroleum, etc. So we have to save them with time. So children, these are some of the things which you have to understand about sources of energy and alternate sources of energy. So kindly go through them and copy these points in your notebook. Move on to the next point now. Now in the next part of this recap module session, we are going to see chapter number 10, that is communication, okay, which we had done in our last week. So first of all, try to understand that what do you mean by communication. Communication is the exchange of ideas or information between people. Okay, we all communicate, we all used to talk and exchange our ideas and information. Without that, we cannot survive. We need to change our information and exchange the ideas also in order to survive in this world. But there are many methods through which we are communicating with individuals. When we are communicating with individuals, that is one or two people at a time, there are some of the methods which we are applying. We are going to read about them today. So, after learning everything from the board, I request all of you to copy all these points in your chapter number 10, communication, in your notebook. Okay? Because these all are going to help you to learn everything for your examination. So, when we talk about communication, and when we talk about communicating with individuals, that is one or two people at a time, we used to communicate in many of the ways. We have so many ways to communicate with individuals. First one is letters. Okay, it is coming right from the beginning of the civilization. When man started reading and writing, they started writing letters and communicate with the help of them. Today we have post office and courier services which are sending our letters to all the individuals from one place to another. Another point is telephone. It is invented by Alexander Graham Bell. You have to remember this name, children. So when we talk about telephone, it is having a particular line through which we are connected to the people at different regions and then we can talk with them. Telephone is having different facilities. Apart from local calls to local people, we have STD, that is subscriber trunk dialing. Remember, this is for the people who are living out of your city. Okay, out of your local place, if they are living, you have to call them through STD. Out of your state. Okay, and when I talk about ISD, it is international call. Then we used to call people through ISD when they are living out of our country. International subscriber dialing. Okay, it is known as international subscriber dialing. Remember this name. Then there are more forms of telephone nowadays. We are using mobiles or cell phones. They are also known as cell phones. Another name for mobiles is cell phone, and through which we can talk to each other and we can send SMS. What do you mean by SMS? These are short messaging service which are enabling us to send the text, the written message to other people. Okay, you can send these SMS on the phone numbers which you have, the contact numbers which you have. So these are the forms of telephone. Now we come to fax. What is a fax? It is a machine which is enabling you to send documents, the written or printed documents or pictures. Both the things can be sent by this fax. Okay, it is a machine which is sending all these documents, pictures and all from one person to another one. Okay, another thing we have in communicating with individuals is the email system. Now what is email facility? It is an electronic mail. First of all, just remember the name. What is the full form of email? It is electronic mail. Email is the fastest messaging service which is using internet. Okay, so if I ask that what is a fastest messaging service which is using internet to send the messages, it is the email service. Okay, it uses internet. Just remember. So all the messages through email, if they go, they are going with the help of internet. They cannot work without the internet facility. Now we come to a very new form which we are using in today's world, that is the smartphones. They are also known as Android phones or with many other names. Okay, smartphones are using a particular software with which we can send messages, videos, pictures, we can share music, we can receive and send emails and many more things we can do with this message sending service. Through it we are communicating with the individuals as well as with the groups as well. Okay, so these are smartphones which we are using in today's world. Now, when we move towards the next thing, that is video calls. These are some of the services which are enabling people to see each other as well as talk from different places with each other. For example, we have Skype, we have Zoom, which we are using, etc. So, children, these are some of the methods of communication with individuals. So, we had learned about communicating with individuals in this session. In the next session, I will be talking about how we can do the mass communication. What are the means and methods of mass communication? Kindly copy all these points in your notebooks with chapter number 10, communication. And there are some of the abbreviations as well as the inventor's name in these notes which you have to remember. Okay, see you in the next session. Keep on learning for your examination. Have a nice day and take care of yourself. Thank you.